Hi my angels and welcome. Today I am here with a makeup tutorial. It's going to be eyes and like the rest of my base focus because majority of my base is all done, because I do have another video going up where I'm going to be going in depth into my current like foundation skincare routine that I've been doing before I apply my base. That's going to be coming after this video, but today I wanted to show you guys how I recreated this look right here, which is a picture that I posted on Instagram a few days ago, and I actually got quite a few comments saying if I could recreate that look and do like a video on it. And then I also had a poll go up on Twitter for like 2 different looks. I didn't know which one to do, and loads of people actually were like, why can't you do both? So that is what I'm going to be doing, and to obviously save a bit of time because it is mainly like eye focused, I have already done my base and my lids are also primed. In case you're wondering, I have got a mixture of the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk and the MAC Studio Fix Fluid foundations mixed together. This is NC30 and this is in the shade 6, and then I've contoured using my contour wand from Charlotte Tilbury, used my trusty Eraser Eye concealer, set everything in place with my Charlotte Tilbury powder, and then I just bronzed up using my butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. I've been using this a lot recently. I've fallen back in love with it because it's just so buttery. So yeah, now I'm going to move straight onto my eyes. For the primer on my eyelids, I used my Sephora cream like crayon pencil thing. It's like an eyeshadow pencil, but it's the colour of my eyelids. This is in the shade Secret Boudoir, and every single time I use this, my eyeshadow does not budge. And I'm talking like a good like 10 hours of wear. Like this stuff is just so brilliant. It's very underrated, but like as soon as you put it on your skin, I have different colours of it as well, it doesn't budge. So that's what I've got on my eyelids, and I might zoom you guys in so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. That is much better. Hopefully you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. But basically the one eyeshadow palette that I used for the entire makeup look is this one right here. This is the NYX Ultimate Multi Finish eyeshadow palette. This one in particular is in the shade Sugar High, and it's got some really beautiful colours in here. I just love the mixture of colours in this palette. I've actually had this palette for a very long time, but I've never just reached for it until I saw a girl on a shoot have this on, and I was like, what are you wearing on your eyes? And she was like, it's this palette, and I was like, I'm gonna get it on my eyes. So that's exactly what I did. It's a really pretty like spring look, although I totally wore it in the winter. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this shade right here on a fluffy blending brush first, and I'm gonna get that onto the crease. And these shadows are quite pigmented and they are really easy to blend as well, so just keep going in there into the crease, the usual windscreen wiper motions, making sure everything's nice and blended. Now that we've got that in there, I'm going to take this shade right here, and then I'm going to apply that straight into the crease as well. This is just going to add a bit more of that like corally neon tone to it. This has made me fall in love with like wanting to wear colour on my eyes again, because it had been a hot minute since I last wore like a really colourful eye, if you know what I mean. My phone keeps buzzing. This look is literally all about building up the colour and making it as like vibrant as you want. You totally don't have to go as vibrant as me, but I just love the way that this look turned out in the end. Now it's time to do a bit of packing of this shade. So I'm going to take that same shade, this one right here, and we are going to pack this on to our outer and inner parts of our eyes. I'm leaving like the middle bit quite empty because we're going to go in with some shimmer in there, and it's going to add some more depth to the whole look. It's going to do the same thing on the other eye as well. And then the rest I'm just going to join up in the crease like this. I'm just going back in with this more like mauvey tone, and I'm just going to make sure that the crease is nice and diffused out. To add some like fun to the eye, I'm going to take this shade right here on my flat brush. This is exactly the same brush that I used when I did this eye look. I'm going to really grab a good decent amount of that on the brush. I'm also going to spray it with some, oh why aren't you spraying? With some Fix Plus. What is going on? Oh my god. I'm going to switch to the lavender one, but I'm going to take some Fix Plus and spray that onto the brush. I did quite a few sprays because I want it to be nice and intense. And then I'm just concentrating this colour in the centre of the eye. This just kind of gives the whole eye a bit more like dimension to it. And one thing I do is I do the exact same thing for the other eye. I make sure I load the brush up, spray it with some Fix Plus, and then really pack it on into the center. And then taking the back side of the brush, I'm going to take a mixture of these two shades right here, and I'm going to spray the brush again. There's a lot of packing and spraying going on, but then I'm going to add that on top, a little bit to this eye. And then I'm going to flip the brush back round to that coral shade and kind of help blend that in so it doesn't look too like silvery. I still remember doing this look in my hotel room when I was actually in Paris, I like just had so much fun painting my face, and I loved the way that this eye turned out because it's really like fun and fresh. But now I'm going to take this shade again. This is on a more of a pencil brush, and then I'm just going to start packing this colour onto the outer and inner portions of the eye just to make it a little bit more intense. I love this look so much. I'm just going in with that same crease shade and making sure it's all blendy. Now we are going to work on the lower lash line, and for that I actually took a mixture of these two shades, but I think I'm just going to take like a mixture of all three, and I am going to just dropping things all over the place, but I'm gonna start with the lighter shade and I'm gonna start running that underneath my lower lash line, and then I'm gonna take a mixture of these two shades and then just kind of deepen that up and make it a little bit more pinky peachy. One more time, taking that crease shade and making sure the edges are nice and diffused. And if you want to clean anything up on like your under eye, all I do is I take my pointy side of my beauty blender, which I used for my concealer, and I just kind of go over any areas which I want just like cleaning up a little bit. Very quickly, I'm going to line just my upper waterline, and this is just going to help all the lashes look thicker. I was going to do a winged liner look like when I first put this on, but then once I got my lashes and everything on, it looked really nice, and I didn't want to like take away from like the shimmer going on the eyelids, so I'm going to do the same thing today. And I'm actually going to take my Total Temptation mascara from Maybelline. I've been really liking this at the moment, especially underneath my lashes, because it gives me like a really good amount of length, so it kind of helps blend my lashes and the fake lashes together. You see that? Like my lashes look huge. I'm just going to do the same thing on the other eye and my lower lashes, and also pop some lashes on, and then I'll be right back. I am back with my lashes and mascara all done. This is the part where I am going to go in and just deepen up any areas that I feel like need deepening up, because as you guys know me, when I've got my lashes on, I'm always like, my eyeshadow looks a little bit different. So I'm just going to grab some more of the like deeper shade and just get that into the crease. Get some more of the really vibrant shade and get that onto the outer and inner portions. Now the next bit, I can't remember if I did in the actual picture, but now just looking at my eyes, I'm just like, I'm just gonna do it. This is a Grind, which is an Urban Decay liquid glitter liner, and it's got really beautiful flecks of like lilac, lime green, like gold, rose gold. It's such a stunning shade. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and get that onto the center part of the eye, just so that it gives it an extra kind of twinkle. And then I'm just going to take my finger and just kind of make sure they're nice and pressed in, but like still like a little bit blended into the center bit of the eyes. Now I'm going to finish off my cheeks very quickly. I've been using this blush a heck of a lot. This is Fetish from Urban Decay. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of this and pop that onto the apples of my cheeks. And this really is that like naturally flushed cheeks look. I actually really like this shade Now for highlight, I'm going to be using my favorite highlight palette of the moment. Now this brush is completely like dry. I have been using it with this palette a lot, but this is the Kristen, Leanne and Urban Decay highlight palette. I believe it's called Beauty Beam, and this is what it looks like, but the formula of this is insanely creamy. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean. What I tend to really do is I grab the middle section and then just go to like the lighter section, not the bronzy section, but then I just start putting that on to the high points of my cheeks, and that's literally melted into my skin, and it just looks stunning, like in photos, in real life, and it's just so beautiful. So I'm just doing the same thing on this eye. Oh, it's so pretty. And then I'm just going to take a very small amount and put that on the bridge of my nose. Recently I've been like marrying my highlighter to my bronzer, and I've been doing that using this bronze shade. So I just grab some of that on my brush and I kind of put it in between where my bronzer and my highlight is, and this just kind of makes everything like blend in really nicely together, and it doesn't look like a stripe of colour or like highlight on the cheek. And then I'm just going to grab a tiny mixture of the two that are on my cheek, and I'm just going to run it through my brow bone. Another thing that I've been doing quite recently is I like to take a brown eyeliner, and I've got like a beauty spot right there, and I'm just gonna boop, make it a little bit more intense. Oh, and I love it. But now we're gonna move on to lips. I'm going to use a mixture of these two shades right here. I can't remember what I was actually wearing. It was like a combination of loads of colours, but then I wanted to make this look kind of like monochromatic but still nude at the same time. Obviously this is me we're talking about. So I'm taking this, which is a MAC liquid lipstick, and it's in the shade Rich and Restless. So I'm going to grab just a tiny amount of this and put this all over. Oh god, I forgot how pigmented these are. Okay, maybe what I'm going to do is kind of roughly put it on, and then take a number 7 from the Tatouage liquid lipsticks from YSL and just kind of make my own shade. This always happens to me when I wear a lipstick and then I'm like, I don't like it, because the eyes are so bright. I feel like I'm going to tone this down a little bit more. And the lip colour I think I'm going to use is my favourite soft matte lip cream, and this is in the shade Toulouse. It used to be a limited edition, which is why I used to hate talking about it. I fell in love with it, and then every single time I would wear it I'd get questions of what I was wearing, and it was limited edition. I used to hate being like, oh, you can't get it anymore, but I love this shade, so I'm just going to put this on top, and that is much better. Like a hint of coral, if you know what I mean. It's nothing too bright. I can't actually remember if I mentioned this, but this soft matte lip cream is coming back as like a permanent colour. It's not going anywhere, so I'm going to be stocking up on this. And honestly, this is like the one colour that I can wear by itself, and also number 7 from YSL. Like these two are my favorite go-to colours. And you guys know me, I love mixing my lip shades together, but these two I can wear by themselves. So 9 times out of 10, if you see me on Insta stories or on Instagram and I've posted a picture, I'm wearing one of these two. So we are pretty much done with the look. The last thing to do is to set everything in place using some all-nighter, and I'm just gonna very quickly spray my face. And that, you guys, is the end of this tutorial. Something a little bit bright with a hint of like glitter into the eyes. You don't have to use the glitter, you can just get away with just using a little bit of shimmer in like the center part of the eye, and it just gives it a really nice like pop of color. And I feel like I definitely needed it with the weather that we've been having here in the UK. It's pretty crazy. Everyone in the UK, please stay safe, because the weather outside is genuinely like horrible. If you're driving, be safe. Like honestly, let's just hope this beast from the east comes and goes very quickly. But yeah, this is the end of the makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be posting my other tutorial up next, which was this makeup look, which you guys voted for on Twitter. But I did also want to get this look up for you guys quicker, because I wanted it to be like an eye and like lip focus look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you did enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe as well. We are almost at 2 million subscribers. Like, how crazy insane is that? So I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone who has like joined me along this journey over the past few years. It has been a crazy ride. and this year is one of the biggest years of my life, like personally. So I'd just like to say an extra thank you to you all for just sticking by me and just showering me with your love and support. Like, honestly, my days are so much brighter whenever I read your guys' comments, so I'd just like to say a very big thank you to you guys, and I shall hopefully see you all in my next video. Bye!